All right, all right, all right. So this is Behind the Sounds Monday. Now today, I've got a lot of inquiries about the color grading of my videos. A lot of people are interested in how I get the look that I get. Now, I'm going to do it on my Audio Technica today because I want some ear to ear, ear to ear. Let's start with, I use presets and LUTs. Presets and LUTs. Let me explain. When I do a campaign for a company, for a local brand, I go and I do research. So, for instance, I am going to go. I've been commissioned to do a shoot for a local farmer. Now, he makes jerky. That's right, jerky. Now, he's local, he's not regional, he's not big. So he doesn't have a gazillion dollars to hire a marketing agency. So his marketing department is himself, his wife, his daughter-in-law. That's his marketing department. So I did some work for a donut company that he knows well. They referred him to me. Now, I've already started the process in this. I talk to the gentleman. I find out his sales history, when he's selling, what days he's selling, what months his best months are, what weeks his best weeks are. Everything I can find out about his company, I do. That's the first phase. Then I find out the message he wants to send to them. Now, this is about color grading, and I'll get to it in a minute. So he is a hunter, and he raises swine, pigs, cattle, turkey, chickens. And he's made a jerky brand. This jerky brand has become kind of just a mom and pops in the local stores. He's wanting to take it. Just a little bit further. So he can't figure out how to get around that. Now I come in. I find out when he's selling, what months he sells the most. And then I try to figure out why he's not selling on certain months. So again, he is a hunter. And he wants to market this like something you take with you when you go hunting in hunting season for a week for extra protein. Which that's kind of why jerky was invented for to begin with. But in all of his marketing, it never says that. So I've spotted the problem. Now I look at how his brand is. His brand is towards kind of westerny, old westerny kind of, which is nice, warm tones, a little sharp, but not really towards hunting. So now I've got an idea. I have him make a mood board. How he sees his company, how he wants that to look. By a mood board, he's going to show me the mood he wants to push this. And then we're going to sit and have a little bit of a meeting. And I'm going to have my ideas, and he's going to have his ideas with his marketing department, him, his wife, and his daughter-in-law. And we're going to come up with a way to make this look more like for hunters. Once we discuss a way to convey this message that this gentleman wants, we'll settle on a brand. I'm saying that kind of loosely, but because he already has a brand. But we're going to settle on colors, tone, feel of it. So right now he's more of kind of like rodeo. He wants it to be more towards hunting. So now I come up with his mood boards, what he's shown me. I'm going to come up with a color palette and a mood that he is comfortable with. By doing that, I'm going to go out, take some pictures of some things. Boom. Cattle, branding, feeding, chickens, feeding, roosting, swine. Everything he does with that. And I'm going to tie that into somehow with hunting. But what I'm going to do with these photos is I'm going to build a look that he likes, that he feels is his brand. Then from that photo, I'm going to go into Photoshop and I'm going to make a LUT and a preset of that photo we agree to. That will allow me all the photos through the picture taking, the video, the font will follow that look. These presets will be named Hanging Heart J. That's the name of the ranch, let's say. Hanging Heart J Ranch. They'll be named that. What that does is that sets a precedence. Now, I've researched, I built a relationship with the guy. From that point on, it's going to be simple for me to keep everything looking the same way as it did year after year until we change this. So if we do a promotion, whatever we do this year, 5 years from now, it'll be easy for me to update it. Next year, when he gets something new, it'll be easy for me to keep it the same brand as before. That's how I do mine. So with Cool and Studio L7, I want it to be radio station, late at night, jazz kind of feeling. That's kind of what I put off here. If I picture a jazz guy late at night playing jazz music, this is what I picture right here. Right here. The feel, the contrast, the sharpness, the color. What I found is a lot of photographers, not all of them, some of them use it sparingly, but you get a lot of them that jump in and they use a LUT or a preset for a instant awesome button. So they kind of live a little bit of a lie. A little bit. Not all of them. A little bit. So what they'll do is they'll go and they'll buy a LUT pack or a preset pack. That's fine. And they'll use that preset pack to make it look, to get their style. Now for portraiture, perfect. For any kind of if you wanted to do event, God bless you. But I picked my way to make my own presets, not because I'm better than them, but because I'm different than they are. So I work with their brand. I work with their colors. I work with their look. That makes me stand out. Makes me stand out a lot. This makes me integral, especially to these small brands. Those are the brands I want. I want to build with them. Now remember, he's not doing anything where I'm going to make $100,000 off of it. But I am going to make 15, 16,000 off of it. And it's going to be a lot of work. But I like it. Plus, I get to do video and shoot pictures. And if you've been listening to me long enough, you know I like pictures, still photos. Video I do because I like to eat. 24 frames a second. 24 pictures a second to tell a story. Still photography, 1 frame to tell that same story. When I do this campaign, he'll have video and he'll have pictures. When I take the one photo, that will tell the same story as these videos did. Anyways, back to the whole point of this video. I become a part of the team, especially with these smaller brands. I'm involved. I'm helping. I become an asset. Now, Joe Blow comes up from America's largest photography company and goes, oh yeah, I can do that. Well, yeah, he might be able to do that, but he's not going to have the communication we do. Joe Blow's going to want $100,000. I don't. I can work with him. We can change. As he grows, I grow. That's my business model. That's how I use presets and LUTs. Not an instant awesome button, but a tool. Yes, some of these can be reused later, but I pretty much build the presets and the LUTs for each project that I do. So, Hanging Heart J will be HHJ. That'll be the name of the preset. Moonraker Beer, all theirs will be Moonraker. Each one is different. If I use the same stuff across the board, I would be the same as everybody else. So this is the lesson from here. The wisdom, I guess, if I have any, that I'm sharing with you. Be different. It's not always about who shoots the best photo. A lot of the times it's about who's got the best plan, the best system to work with the client. Find a problem, research, relationship, fix a problem. Once you fix that problem, these guys will always call me back. Remember, $16,000 for a project isn't a lot of money. But 5 or 6 of them a year, that's a chunk of change. That's some cash. That's some money. So again, this is Behind the Sounds Monday. Been getting asked a lot of questions about how I do make this. So I figured I'd come on and explain. If you want to know more, I did a post in the community tab that writes down how I do this. If you want to do this, it's there. If you want me to buy, if you want to buy preset packs from me, let me know. I'll build some and put up for you guys to buy. Either way, it's not a bad thing if you use it right. If you build your own, if you use ones you buy, a preset or a LUT is just a start. Take a preset that you buy, change it to be your look, to be you. Always be different. Thank you for tuning in to Behind the Sounds Monday. If you want to help support the channel, become a member. If you want to just help me fuel my crazy stuff I got going on, buy me a coffee. Till next time, later.